Hey, welcome to another episode of A Fool's Paradise. With you as always, Domin. I missed last week because I didn't have time, I think. So I profusely apologize for all of my fans for not posting a video last week. However, I do post daily podcasts, so you can always listen to that to catch a drift of A Fool's Paradise. We're back. Today's topic is the clash of stories. How my ideas trump your ideas. You are bad, I'm good. You lose, I win. Let's dive into this very lovely topic. I'm always right. I'm always right, you're always wrong. Or I'm right, you're wrong, my ideas are the best, yours are not. This way of thinking is a trap for ourselves. With this way of thinking, we do not advance one iota because there you are, there I am. I'm not listening to what you say, and you are not listening to what I'm saying. How on earth can we ever get to a synthesis? So you've got, where I need a pen, right here. 2 points, two polar opposites. Okay, I think it's an antithesis, and this is 1 point, this is antithesis, and here in a triangle is the synthesis, is where we have a communion, a communication, and we come to a higher point and we learn something. To a higher point. Like a Republican and a Democrat, a leftist or rightist could learn something from each other. But moreover, more importantly, this comes first of all from yourself, from within. You have polar opposites within yourself, black and white, good or bad, little me, big me, I'm good, I'm bad, what I like about myself, what I don't like about myself, and so on. Polar opposites, but it's the same stick, just one end, the second end. That's why you're juggling in your life. You're in extremes, eating too much, eating too little, being too active, too little, not active enough, too productive, not productive enough, bored, and so on. You can see. Just look at your life. It's like that. The middle point is the point of salvation, which is in the synthesis of these two. Like this. See how this fits into a triangle, a perfect triangle. All three sides are the same size. See, here it is. Hop, hop. So that's my central point for today. My story comes from my programming. Your story comes from your programming. And then within yourself and within myself, there are different stories. So there is, first of all, an internal clash of stories. One thing, but I thought it was like this, like that, and different sub-personalities fight with each other. They all want to come to your conscious attention. They all want your awareness, your energy, your attention. So there is, first of all, a clash of stories within yourself. And then without yourself as a manifestation of your inner clash. Like we've spoken about in the last 2 episodes, I believe, about the nature of outer reality. And that the fact that there is no outer reality independent from your inner reality. And what is on the inside is a reflection of the outside. You can check in the description box below. You can check out an article an essay I wrote on Medium about this very same topic. The connection between the inner and outer, and there I go much deeper, because here things come fast and I just have to jumble them out. There I can reflect when I write, and there I can elaborate more. So it's a different medium, and there I can elaborate more on these things that you listen and see here. A podcast is the very same thing as this, but I'm more focused in a way because I don't need to look into a camera. It doesn't matter what I look like. I can be prancing around naked, and my sole focus is on my voice. Here is another thing I have to present. So you'll see different angles of the content it goes through me here versus a podcast versus an essay, a written form. The most in-depth form is an essay. There I reflect on what I've just written and expand. Here it's difficult to expand because I'm in a flow. And it's difficult to control myself. Actually, I don't want to control myself. Fuck controlling myself. See this? Look at this glass. These glasses are from a Swiss company, Nature's Design. Look them up. Nature's Design. They are glasses made the form is a golden angle, a golden cut, golden mean. And here you see a golden flower of life, and it crystallizes. It makes the water as if fresh again, and actually changes if you leave it in for 3 minutes. It changes the constitution, the crystallization of water, the molecules, and so on. This was a short plug. They're not paying me to do this, but I love such products. So you may feel when you are speaking with someone else and they have an opposite opinion from yours, you feel a defensiveness, you feel a wall coming up. And there you stopped listening to this person because they are in fact showing to you a point in you, or a weakness which you believe is a weakness within you. And that way you close yourself off because, of course, if something new comes to your attention, it might be dangerous. You are in a zone of comfort right now. If something new arises from yourself or from another, this might be dangerous. So your ego is trying to defend you, mind you. The ego's modus operandi is trying to defend itself, you, by defending you in this way, it's actually hurting you. It's not helping you out at all. The ego always tries to pinpoint you in a different direction from an experience that you would need on a deeper level. It is trying to defend its illusionary concept. An ego it doesn't exist. And in the very trying to defend itself, it's perpetuating its existence. It's an energy form. Energy doesn't want to just disappear. It wants to be used. So we as people, we have to transcend our egos. There are different ways, different methods. An Easterner would use a different method than a Westerner. Like Jung said, a Westerner needs to transcend the ego in a way that they let it, that we let it have its way. In a way, like let it go to its conclusion. It's like a child. You let it scream out. Let it go to its conclusion. Let it tire itself out. The thoughts, the incessant thoughts, you cannot stop these thoughts with another thought. That is akin trying to calm a water with a hammer. It does not go like that. You cannot bite your teeth with your own teeth or cut a knife with a knife. You have to transcend it through a very different way, which is transcending the story. And on the grander scale of things, the bigger story is you. You think you are this person, this name, surname, nationality, and so on. These are core beliefs of yours that are false, they're untrue. You are not the person, you are the human being, which is quite different than the person. And this is your biggest story. So This is the biggest story we have to transcend. You versus me. The story of me versus the story of you and everyone else. And we view the world in terms of different personalities, different entities. And with this comes a clash. It's me versus everyone else. Little poor me. Obviously, I'm afraid because the world and the universe is so huge and humongous, and I'm this little, poor little me. Look at me, I'm so tiny. Versus everything else. And naturally, this will in me garner in me feelings of angst, of fear. Oh, you can look at him, he might be dangerous, So it is necessary for us to redefine who we are. Who are you? Remove the name, remove the surname, remove all your tags. Start removing them now. Remove your nationality, your likes, your dislikes, your features. Start removing all of it. What is left? What is left? That's you. That's you. That's you. That's not a story. But you cannot name it. You can point to it. You cannot put a name to it. Because then again, you're putting a story to it, a concept. Not a concept. You're not a person, persona, a mask. You're not a mask. You're not a persona through sound from the Greek theaters. They had masks on, personas. You're much more than that.